I must say, one of the things that I love the most about, show them your hat, Temple, one of the greatest basketball coaches ever, John Chaney. John Chaney for life, baby. All right, now listen, Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer, medical students, they don't look a day over, what, 21? Well, it's been a couple of years since they first got that scalpel, but they've been doing amazing things. And him, for about 4 decades, one of the top orthopedic surgeons in the Commonwealth, the pride of Indiana, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer, tell them about your alum here, sir.
Well, thank you, Rob. And these are 4 of my classmates from Temple University Medical School, graduated in 1965. And we just fell into a friendship. We lived on the same street called Park Lane. And we called ourselves the Park Lane Raiders. We played softball, basketball, flag football, what have you. And we've just stayed very, very tight. And every couple of years, we try to do something. We've been on cruises, we've been on bus tours, we've just done some great things together. We're still married to the same women. Our wives were school teachers, except for that guy's wife right there. She was a buyer for Lord & Taylor in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
And we've just stayed tight. And Phil over here is from Bangor, Maine, and gastroenterologist. And when he went to Bangor, Maine, that's just south of Russia. And he was the only gastroenterologist, I think, in the upper half of Maine, when he went into practice. And George Gilfillan, a pediatrician who practiced in Reading, Pennsylvania. Phil Roberts, another orthopedic surgeon. He knew what he wanted to do, after he got out of the Navy. So he practiced orthopedics at State College, all right? And Richard Fulton from Santa Barbara, California, radiologist. And he still does a little part-time radiology, two weeks out of the month.
Yeah, he looks like a beach boy, doesn't he? Get that tan at. Anyway, real quick, just let me kind of shoot some things out that really make a lot of people think about medicine and how it has evolved. You guys have been practicing through what was the golden era, obviously, and it's had some ups and downs, but we still have the greatest healthcare system in the world. But what about healthcare today? How difficult for a young physician to maneuver through the medical system, Doc?
Well, I think it's difficult because there are so many changes, and like you said, radiology, we change every 10 years. We do ultrasound, we do PET, we do CT scanning, we do that, and now we're in the big PET scanning and targeting cancer cells. But the young kids coming out, one of the problems is that they don't want to work quite as much time as the guys have put in their duty in the past.
I don't think people realize, Doc, the amount of time that went into becoming a physician. We're talking, your regular education, your undergrad, then you go on, obviously, to med school, and then you have your residency. It is a long, drawn-out process in which your life pretty much is dedicated for 10 years to being a physician. When it's all said and done, it's worth it. Do you think that people still have that same passion and drive today as they did when you were breaking into medicine?
Well, I'd like to think they do. And my sense is that folks coming out of medical school, and I say folks, more than 50% of graduating medical students are female, and that was not the case when we went to school. And they too have a passion for the profession. And I really believe that whether it's a male or a female graduate going into their training period and fellowships, that they do carry forward the same desire to help patients, patient care, and improve our healthcare system.
Listen, Dr. Haggerty on tonight talking hypertension. He's a cardiologist. He was an orthopedic surgeon, radiologist. Listen, what about an old-fashioned family physician? I got to believe that they need more of them. And I look back on my life, and I would have been lost without having that family physician. And I know growing up as a kid, my parents taught me your physician, your dentist, and your mechanic. You got to make sure that you have all of them just a phone call away. What about the need for family physicians?
I think we need more. I don't think we have enough family physicians because in a lot of areas in this country which are underserved. And I think a good family physician is perfectly fine. You can do, I don't think they do quite the extensive work that the older family physicians did because of rules and regulations, like delivering babies, whatnot. But I think a good family physician is very, very good, very, very helpful.
Last thing is we all like to look back to what we believe is the golden era. You have to admit, the Highmark Healthcare Company, the Allegheny Health Network, tens of thousands of people working directly and indirectly, and medicine has gone, robotics just to name one of many things. It truly is better than it's ever been before, right, Don?
That's right, it keeps progressing time and time again. Jerry and I were just talking about the old days of orthopedic surgery. Some of the stuff we did back in the 60s, we wouldn't even think about doing it now, but the visualization, the joints, new joints, how they're done, who does them, how well they work, it's all very, very important.
Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting of the medical minds. What an honor to have all of you here, and thank you for your service to the wonderful profession. And he is still my hero, ladies and gentlemen. The Allegheny Health Network program, Medical Frontiers, coming up next on KDK. Good evening.